Man, what the fuck is my killer tape, man?
I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Yo, it's Renegade Culture.
Oh, that's who we at. Oh, Renegade Culture's in the building.
See, we got my man behind the red velvet rope and shit like that. He quarantined off. Quarantine.
They ain't even ready for what we doing over here, this VIP section over here. You know what I mean? I just upgraded my contract.
Nope.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
What you
Playback
got?
Sound ain't been paying me enough cheddar.
You got a new contract?
I got a new
I didn't get my new contract yet.
You did?
Playback Sounds.
Yo, you gonna have to pay more for that VIP section anyway.
Oh, goddamn,
Look here,
man.
We don't die, we multiply up in this motherfucker.
Fuck that. Yo, it's Kamau K. Franklin.
And I am the mighty Kalonji Changa, a.k.a. the riot starter. And I don't start riots, I start a motherfucking rebellion for all you bitches is telling.
What the fuck is going on with this dude
And
right
I go
now?
by the name of the ear doctor. That's what it is.
Yeah. and when I say bitches, I'm talking about police and snitches.
There you go,
there we
Let's
go.
clean that up a little bit.
And Negroes with itches.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yo, we got a great show, man. We're going to have a great show tonight.
Are we?
Yes, we are. Our theme is going to be hip-hop. It's going to be another hip-hop themed show.
It's still bigger than hip-hop, hip-hop, hip-hop. Anyway.
Yo, we're going to be talking about what's going on in the world of hip-hop, from the politics.
The politics.
We're going to do like another top 5 session, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Top 5 women.
We're going to take it back top 5 women.
We're going to do top 5 women. You can't say females anymore. We're going to say top 5 women.
We don't say females anymore.
In hip-hop.
Yes.
And then we're going to have our What the Fuck section. It's going to be all about what's going on in the hip-hop world for the last few days and stuff like that.
There's been a lot of shit going on.
There's been a lot of shit. Your boy T.I. is in the news. Your boy.
Yeah, heard a little crypto.
Yep.
Somebody else was being a klepto.
Chup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. People putting shit out there. Cardi B's in the news.
Cardi B's in the news. Her WAP.
What?
WAP.
Something went wrong with the WAP.
Something wrong with the WAP? Maybe it wasn't the WAP. Maybe it was something else. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
It's Cardi foul.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
If you marry a motherfucker named Offset, you automatically, fuck you expect? Offset.
It's not going to be on.
Nigga named Offset? Like, what fuck you expect? Like, you live happily married ever after?
And we should also say this is like a White Cup special tonight.
A White Cup special.
It's a White Cup special.
Hey, I'm fasting. I ain't even drinking today.
That nigga lying already. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I don't know what the fuck, yo. Who buying that?
Hey.
Y'all heard that intro.
You know?
And our special guest going to be, who our special guest?
We got 2 special guests.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to, like, listen, every now and then.
Boom.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
We got to dig in the crates. And we got to pull something out. We got to shake that shit and see what come out. So tonight, we got, for the 19th time in the history of Renegade Culture, 2 of those craziest motherfuckers you might ever know in the history of the world.
Whoa.
We have the mighty Rabb from Guerrilla Republik.
Whoa.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Some of y'all watching this right now and say, man, I should turn from this shit.
Nah, Rob.
And those are sisters.
Rob bought the wine, dude. So you know.
Rob bought the wine.
Rob bought the wine.
Still snitching.
Oh, why was that snitching?
Also,
who else we got?
Second up,
we got my sometimes co-host.
Sometime co-host.
My fill-in. We got my fill-in when I'm not around.
Well, last time you said he filled your chair.
Yeah, he filled
Well, I'm saying, it's a little, we got a little wide up in here. That's all I'm saying. So,
Anyway, we got this brother who has actually joined the Renegade Culture team.
All right.
He is a official, officially part of the production team.
What the fuck he just said?
Sangria.
Sangria word.
See, can't take you niggas nowhere. Anyway, this brother right here, sometime he a minister.
All right.
Sometime he a sinister.
All right.
And tonight, we're going to see if he a winister. How about that? Had to make shit rhyme. Couldn't work. Anyway, we got my man, Minister Server, formerly of Temple Hip Hop.
Yup.
Formerly of Zulu Nation to Bambaataa start. We found out Bambaataa was fondling people.
Oh, goddamn. So, you can tell already, it's going to be a wild show. It's going to be a wild, wild show. We're going to be right back, yo.
Fuck Bambaataa.
Fuck Bambaataa. Renegade Culture.
Renegade.
We walk the street, shine, shimmer, glimmer, sparkle like 1,000 winners. Dissing like northern lights and glisten when upon the mic, strike back. Aim to shoot the fair fight, no pistols, only verbal slugs. Slanging like we playing dope wars with drugs. Words of Celestine prophecy. Mind the riddle with poetic hollow tips and archangels out of clips. I'm half empty like a pessimistic glass. Water tainted with the blood of flesh who passed. I claim to be some mind expansion like a marijuana. Personas a magnet for drama. Shit that never stops fully, it's just a comma. I'm the exception to the quota. All out of order. Beyond category, my story's an aura. Keep my oratory fact written. Told a million tales with the form of a max spitting. Spill my scriptures forth like blasphemous accidents. Body far from masculine, but I'm equipped with the strength of 1,000 mortal massive men.
What's happening, Renegade coaches in the building?
Yo, what's up, man? We back.
Yo, man, we live and direct. We got some special guests in the building tonight.
That's right. We got my man Minister Server over there.
Peace.
up, Minister?
Everything's good, man. Can't complain. All our family doing well, you know. That's all it's about. You know, I'm on my hip-hop grandpop grind. So long as the children and the grandchildren good, I'm good.
Okay.
And people didn't notice, you know what I'm saying, we switched chairs because Minister Server told me that was really his chair.
Come on,
From
man.
now on, you know what I'm saying? He's
man.
like, I'm a guest on the show. And for respect for my elders,
Trump.
I was like, all right, you can
right.
do that, brother. You can do that.
I will
You
take
know
the
what I'm
elder
saying?
respect, brothers.
Okay.
I've earned it.
Yeah, you niggas the same age, but okay.
Nope. And we also got on the show Rob Love. You know what I'm saying?
Rob Love.
794 make the world grow.
Hey, man, Rob Love got locks now. Last time we seen him, he had his hair looked like the ear doctor. Last episode he was here.
Hashtag
word?
my shit grow quick.
Well, at least one of your hair grow quick, you know. Ear doctor, we can't say the same. You got that mole. You get that check for cancer, man? What the fuck is that? I was like, yo, that's an awfully big mole up in there.
You got jokes.
I was just saying, it's like huge up in there.
Nigga, I thought that shit was a fly.
You know, I was like, yo, somebody hit that shit over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So we got a real special show tonight. You know, we want to really grind into like the hip hop politics and what's going on in the hip hop world.
Okay.
And we found, you know, my man Rob with this shirt. It says Ronald Reagan sold crack.
Ronald Reagan so
You know what I'm
crack.
saying? And that is so important because it speaks to like the political nature
Indeed.
of hip hop artistry, the music, where it came from. And we wanted to really get into a deep discussion around where hip hop is today.
Okay.
Right? And what's happening with it today. Do we still feel like it's that voice can bring up sort of a political message out to our family, our people, and can lift us up a little bit more than where we are right now and stuff like that. You got another one you want to show real quick,
Indeed,
right?
This is gangster rap was a government agenda, not a music genre.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That's some real shit, too.
So I take it that tonight, part of the show is sponsored by Guerrilla Republik?
It might be. You might throw some checks down.
Depends on if you run some of them gifts or not.
Hey, we gonna leave out here with some shirts, right?
That's right. We might.
We're gonna see about that. We're gonna see about that.
So, Minister Server, I want to start with you because I know you're involved a lot in what's happening, electoral speaking, on the streets, and always trying to bring hip hop in on a different level around what's happening in our community, and particularly like the political nature and how it can get messages out. So, you know, I don't want to do too much of a comparison of then and now, but sometimes you got to start that way.
Sure.
What do you think about sort of hip hop today in terms of the hip hop that brought us kind of a certain consciousness, particularly in the early 90s and stuff like that?
Yeah, you know, if we're talking about rap music, that's what we really talk about when you put it in that context. It was a different type of rap music because the industry didn't realize the power that we had as a culture, so they weren't checking us in that same way. But in the mid-90s, they recognized the power. That's why that shirt is so important. When they created gangster rap, they knew what they were doing. So while those elements still exist in rap music, the mainstream made their mind up back about 93. They decided that we're gonna push this, and they've been pushing it since 93. But the politics outside of rap music, you know, the culture-wise, politics are moving strong. You know, y'all just had Dr. Dia Winfrey on here. You know, sister was running for Congress in Alabama's 3rd District. So there's a lot of people on the grassroots level that are doing things. And again, we have to make sure that we are always distinguishing between the rap music entertainment industry and hip hop culture. But hip hop culture is straight, and we're growing and building. As you talked about before, we've done 3 national political conventions, and we're looking to remix it now. So we in good position.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? You feel hip hop is in a good position itself compared to like mainstream record industry rap?
Like Service said, we gotta make sure we're never confusing the culture for the corporation. You know what I'm saying? So the culture is in great shape. Globally, it's in superb shape. Outside of where we are, it's used as political power, political voice. You know what I'm saying? It's used for what it was created for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I believe it's becoming in a better state because independence is the new market right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be able to start getting the equity out of our culture that we should have been probably getting 25, 30 years ago. You know, so I'm all for hip hop right now. You know, the youngsters, they got their way of expressing themselves. You know what I'm saying? But their way of expressing themselves is a direct result of what we neglected to handle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to respect their situation and not make it about the OG generation against the youngsters generation, because what hip hop did for everything was it seared the generation gap. Like we know what our children, we know all the slang. You know what I'm saying? So we can speak culture with our children because we know what they're talking about. Our parents didn't understand it.
Yeah.
We understand it. You know, so I think it's in a beautiful state right now.
Okay. You brothers are pretty deep with their philosophies around hip hop. That's cool. So, you know, being organizers, you know what I mean? Being, you know, in movement and struggle, and we have these days and time aside from the normal electoral politics. How do you all see hip hop as a tool of liberation? How do you see it as a tool for liberation, or do you see it as, you know, business as usual? What's your take on that?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, it's definitely a tool for liberation when it's used properly. You know, the challenge is for such a long time that the corporations have, like, if you say hip hop right now, most people think of negative rap music. Mm-hmm. And when you see people on television talking about hip hop, they're not even talking about DJing, they ain't talking about breaking, they ain't talking about graffiti, they're pretty much talking about rap music. That's only happened in the last 10, 15 years, where the industry has done that. So, you know, again, we have to be clear on that. But when you talk about a revolutionary tool, you know, some of these young artists now are spitting the same kind of revolutionary fire. But we have to remember groups like Public Enemy, Eric B. and Rakim, Boogie Down Production, these were mainstream artists.
Yeah, right.
They weren't underground independent artists, so they had a bigger light. So that same thing is going on now, where I think we've gotten lazy as a culture. We're not looking for the liberation music because you can just turn on the radio. Like, we come from an era, there wasn't no such thing as rap radio until 1996, 97.
So you think like maybe, so you guys saying too, like the corporations, record labels, they figured out themselves that this radical or like nationalistic hip hop back in the 90s and 80s, like that shit got to get run to the ground. We got to put this other stuff up. Yeah.
If you can remember, and this is just my opinion, what really changed the game and what really brought light to how powerful the culture was Public Enemy's Fight the Power video. Like when you saw that video as somebody being in Miami, you seen all these black people in the streets, no fighting, and everybody is on one accord.
Yeah.
That was powerful, brother. That was like very powerful, and I believe this is when they took notice, like, we're actually funding our demise. Like this, we can't, this is not making any sense right now. You know what I'm saying? And this is when I believe they all came together and decided, which I read, you know what I'm saying? I've read this, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, people came together and decided, well, we have to change the direction or the trajectory of the culture, and we went to where we are now. You know what I'm saying? Which is 25 years, I call it the hijacking of the culture, because we went from knowledge of self to niggas for life.
Yeah.
You know, and if we could have had 25 years of knowledge of self, imagine where we would be right now as far as a culture. We'd probably be broken off from this shit by now.
Yeah, because I heard Lazy Bone was talking about they did have that meeting where the corporations got together and was like, yo, we got
around the political hip hop stuff?
Yeah, like, let's get this gangster music going. So they put the money behind it.
But understand how it all played out. You got the 92 riots, which is the Rodney King riots. That was the
Rebellion, brother. Rebellion.
Yes, rebellion.
But what it was a media splicing of niggerism. And to scare white people. So you figure you got the 92 riots. Right after the 92 riots,
rebellion.
The rebellion. You have the legislation of violent crime bill, which is Joe Biden authored it. Okay, so then right around that time, you have the switch in the culture. So now it's gangster rap. Before, when I was going to school, or, you know, when I was young, the culture was about black being, you know, knowledge of self, black colleges, HBCUs. So you saw this influx of black colleges, you know, black men just going to college. Then it turned from black men going to college to black men being incarcerated. And this is all.
But y'all don't think, so as my man always likes to say, crack his advocate. So do y'all think there was a call? I mean, there seemed to be, it was something that was also appealing to people. Gangster rap.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? When NWA hit, it wasn't like folks had to get shoved down their throats, because those cats was selling out the trunk of their car first, right? And then they got put on. But it seems like there was some of our folks, like a good portion, we got that, then we got other stuff, and like y'all said, that took over what became like, what's mainstream hip hop or rap or whatever. So why do you think that, let me say so, in my estimation, you correct me if I'm wrong, maybe so easily took the place of like political hip hop or whatever? You just think it was like a lot of money got put behind it or what?
Yeah, pardon, to add on with that, when we talk about NWA, most of the time folks fail to mention the movie Colors. The movie Colors is really what took that shit over the top and made it possible for NWA to shine. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that at that particular moment, many of us who lived on the East Coast, we didn't really know anything about LA gang culture.
Indeed.
So when we saw the movie Colors, we was like, these motherfuckers are really killing each other over colors. That shit was amazing to us.
Right.
So oftentimes, and that was a very important question, you blame gangster rap as if there was no projects in New York, no projects in Connecticut, no projects in Jersey, or Chicago, or Miami, or LA. There was already this particular culture and energy.
Right.
So it wasn't like everybody, we was walking around with African medallions on, but in the immortal words of Chuck, every brother ain't a brother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then on that same end, to the shirt you put up, we also have to look at, this is also when the government was flooding our community with crack and guns. So when
CIA,
groups like
Gary Webb,
right, exactly. So when they came out, they were more like street reporters. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop comes from the street, so they started telling these stories as being street reporters. So when the industry saw that, because mind you, even when they first came out, there was still a balance. You could still listen to Kid and Play and NWA. These were still mainstream artists on Yo MTV Raps. It wasn't until 1992 when NWA's second album came out, Niggas for Life. When you listen to Straight Outta Compton and Niggas for Life, Straight Outta Compton had a more of a political, even the song Fuck the Police, that's political.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how, and we fail to remember that when NWA came out, they were the Black Panthers of rap. You know what I'm saying? They were more like street, and they didn't come out under gangster rap. They came out under street knowledge.
Right.
Let's
Reality
remember
rap.
that.
Right.
Reality rap.
Right.
Quail and the Bush administration coined the term gangster rap.
But at the same time, remember, Easy and NWA both had projects out at the same time.
Right.
And Easy wasn't on no political shit.
Nah, definitely not.
This is where
Definitely
Quail
not.
was able to get the word gangster, because the song
Gangster,
gangster,
right.
that was the one that cracked them. But you can't be, how you got something called Fuck the Police, which is undoubtedly the most revolutionary song of our time.
Yeah.
But they also had Ice Cube.
This is
When you
now,
was talking
now,
about
I
fucking
was
police.
going to segue
So
to
you
that.
talking about niggas for life?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That was
That's what I'm
post
saying.
Ice Cube.
So by the time they went to Niggas with Life, they said they had no Ice Cube.
Right.
So and also they had Jerry Heller, their manager, pushing them to be more controversial. So on the first one, where it's talking about begging against the police and that type of stuff. On the second one, it's about killing up niggas.
It was niggas for
You know
life.
what I'm saying?
That was the agenda.
That was the whole thing.
That was the agenda. We've had 27 years of that.
And that album debuted #2 on the pop chart behind Paula Abdul. The next week it went to #1. And from that point forward, after that, the next year, The Chronic came out. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the connecting the dots, you see exactly the reason why it is the way it is now. And yet the appetite, what you were talking about, that we had, you can't deny that either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So hold on that. Yo, we're going to take a break. We're going to keep getting deeper into this political shit when we come back on Renegade Culture. We're going to make these motherfuckers turn their phones off, too. Bam.
Yeah, they didn't hear us say, turn the motherfucking ringer off.
Not the type to grab the mic and start fronting. Pretend I'm something just to get you niggas jumping. My brain's automatic reload, so I be jumping. Hot things at you, lingo that's gon' catch you. Shorties line it up single file, cause I'm the bachelor. Don't mess with these dudes and they snake ass ways. I just kick it with my homies from the sandbox days. I've been ballin' in this game for a minute, so for all you niggas, bitches, and hoes who thought I was finished, I knew y'all was snakes from the line of scrimmage. Y'all wasn't feeling me, y'all was feeling the image. You find out who's your people when your name diminish. But surprise, motherfucker, cause I ain't finished. Come on. These frontin' ass people ain't real. These two-sided talking out the mouth, good luck, I hope you fail. On the sideline, hoping you don't get a deal. Shit get tight, everybody wanna bail. But never mind that, cause I'm back like Cadillacs, and your eyes can't stand to see that, like cataracts. Now everybody wanna play light bull and wanna suck you, but mother made you, mother had you, so motherfucker.
Yeah.
What's happening? Renegade coaches in the building.
Yo, we back. You know what I'm saying?
We in the building. Shut your
He's losing his
goddamn
goddamn voice or something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm laughing.
He's breathing in.
He dying from his hot breath.
I know he's breathing in his own air. He can't take it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I told her to take that shit off.
Anyway,
But she's watching.
I know exactly.
fuck you.
Mom said I had to wear my mask tonight. So
Okay. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
all right.
Anyway, first of all, I wasn't gonna say that this goofy motherfucker.
Oh.
Because he's Kamau. But anyway, I'm happy these two gentlemen finally turned their goddamn phones off.
Nope.
To the listeners, I know y'all been hearing ding, 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 like a fucking microwave is going off. So finally, we got them
Hot
motherfuckers in
topic,
order.
baby.
Yeah. Anyway, we talking about political hip hop right now, hip hop in the age of politics.
Yeah, man.
And we're trying to see exactly where we going with this thing and where we've been from.
And y'all saying that things are like there's still the underground sound, but it's no longer as much, right? The sort of the large space political hip hop once covered like that.
I
right?
believe it's actually just as large, but we're not programmed to get out of our box. Like I said, when you get on some of these platforms that do music, I don't want to put anybody's name out there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Appreciate
excellent music out there, brother. I mean, a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta get out of your norm. Or like if I listen to right now, I'm listening to what's your man name? D Smoke.
Yeah, D-Smoke is
D-Smoke.
dope.
D Smoke. Now
Fire.
D Smoke radio is fire, and it's when you're hearing a lot of people that's in his lane. You know what I'm saying? And you get the who's this? Like you know what I'm saying? So
Is this
it's
Pandora you talking about? Or what?
No, it's not Pandora. It's
Good.
other
Spotify.
folks.
Yeah, fuck Pandora.
That's folks.
We're on
You know what I'm
Spotify.
saying?
We say Spotify.
Spotify.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Fuck
Spotify.
Pandora. Pandora
So
don't have
definitely,
something.
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great music out here. And like I'm saying, right now, the youngsters are realizing brand power. They already got the computers locked down. Like right now, it's so beautiful because the record industry is not making any money right now. They're the biggest marketing and advertisement agency in the world, and hip hop is the freest marketing advertisement agency for the culture. That's all it is now. We are being props in our own videos, and the music and the clothes is what's being sold.
So from the not even the political point of view, just the political as in spoken politics, but from the idea of like taking control of the culture.
Yes.
Do you see that happening more because
We
it's sort
are.
of the decentralization of like the record
It's so
labels not
beautiful.
having as much
Again,
power? Yeah.
Look at everybody. IG. You know, we are our own marketing and advertisement
Promotion,
agencies
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So you know, if you have the power to create your own buzz, I mean, you have an account, Cash App, and you have a product. You're in business.
Yeah.
And a lot of these youngsters, they don't need the industry anymore. And this is what is being shown. Like, I don't need you for nothing.
Yeah.
I got 1 million views over here. I can go book my own shows. This is what's happening.
Yo.
And this is why they're trying to trap as many of them as they can into these 360 deals.
But they're still jumping into it because of the fact that the more quote unquote popular mainstream artists, they're still biting the bullet because they're like, look, well, you want more, don't you? You want to be over in this particular area, in this region. So it's a lack of political education, lack of education as far
Or
as
it's definitely a lack of worth. Is what it is. It's a lack
But
of
you also
self-worth.
though, it's a lack of guidance. You know what I'm saying? It's like we as the elders, in my opinion, sometimes we spend too much time trying to criticize the youth as opposed to trying to guide them. And you know, I work with youth all over the world, and they want what we have, but. You know, just like when we was young, you can't come to us dissing us and thinking we're gonna listen to anything you saying.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, the saying is, people want to know that you care before they care what you know. It's that young people are the personification of that. So if we come into them correct, I did a Zoom thing today with a class out in Chicago, and they are culture hungry. They want to know. They want to connect the dots, so they can. Brand themselves and take different lanes. Because see, when you explain it to them from the culture end that it's not just entertainment, then everybody doesn't feel like they have to be a rapper or a DJ. They can see that there's different lanes in the culture. But if we're not pointing that out to them, then all they see is the rap shit. And that's what they go with. But when we're talking about the world right now, because hip hop is an international culture. And as you know, I don't know whether you saw the Chuck D interview. He did a thing where he was talking about when if we're not looking at ourselves, particularly black people, as the people that are global and don't know about hip hop in the diaspora, we're doing ourselves a disservice. Because, you know, United States of America is going to do what it does. It's going to be who it is. But we are global citizens, you know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful part about hip hop politically. So if you look at a country like Senegal, which when they, you know, you've probably seen the documentary Democracy in Dakar, you know, where they're actually using hip hop to galvanize the people, to get people in office and people out of office. Those things are happening. You don't hear it in the U.S. because the corporations, they don't want you to hear the real shit.
I mean, it's kind of weird, like at this point in time when we got all these demonstrations, people are talking about it's the, you know, a record amount of demonstrations per the, you know, like in terms of the civil rights movement, comparing it, like more people have been out in the street for a longer period of time, more people in general have been out in the street. And there's some, obviously there's some aspects of the music, not just hip hop and R&B, soul, whatever, which is having some political lyrics, but you don't hear it here in terms of the same explosion.
Definitely not.
But Kamau, check this out. The biggest mainstream song that came out that's revolutionary was from Little Baby.
Right.
Wasn't nobody expecting that. And all this stuff that happened, one person is Little Baby that's going to come out and say something about it. That was kind of wild to me.
Well, it was more than him. It's just that his kind of propelled more.
Right, because he got that mainstream, he got the mainstream energy behind him. You know, so the song and the video, and just that song and video, I'm sure inspired a lot of young people to kind of get active in there.
Absolutely.
And you know, and that's something else that we as elders, sometimes we have to give things time to grow. You know what I'm saying? We forget how we was young knuckleheads as well, so some of us may have got it quicker than others. So our young people, they are our young people. And we got to make sure that we are hipping them to the political side of things, because it's really their future that we're dealing with. You know, all of us have, you know, been able to live life a little bit, which is why I was talking about me being on my hip hop grandpa grind. That helps keep me focused. That it's not about me anymore. It's about my legacy and what I'm building that's going to live past me.
Shout out to some of these international artists. You have artists in
No doubt.
Israel, like Damn.
Damn. I remember we did a thing with Damn. That was a while back.
Yeah,
Word.
I interviewed Damn for,
I remember that.
For Organizers is the New Cool. And one of the things that they said, Damn's a Palestinian hip hop group. And they would be like the dead prez of Palestine.
Exactly.
Right? And they have a documentary out called Slingshot talking about that. But anyway, one of the things that they was rapping about was the fact that they learned how to speak English by listening to Tupac.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I asked him, I said, well, you know, how did you get into the hip hop culture? He's like, look, we got one of Tupac's tapes, and that's what taught us English. That's how we learned English. And now they're spitting revolutionary lyrics.
Revolutionary lyrics.
You know,
yeah, man. Exactly.
The Reminders over in Colorado and Denver.
Reminders.
What's my man named down in Mexico?
Boca Floja.
Boca Floja.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Rebel Diaz.
Rebel Diaz,
in New York, but representing Chile.
Kurgi out of Senegal as well.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And you know, when you talk, I implore you all, when you talk about hip hop.
Babaluka out of Uganda. Find out about the international side of hip hop for
music
sure.
is everlasting.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? You got groups like the Welfare Poets up in New York. One of my favorite songs from them is talking about it's the Ballad of the Bullet. Matter of fact, it's called The Bullet. And they're talking about how we didn't vote to get into this shit, and we won't vote to get out. You know what I mean?
Razor, that's my man.
Yeah. So you know,
Razor
there's
Sharp.
so many dope artists out there. You know what I mean? That we've had the opportunity to rock with. But unfortunately, one of the issues that we're having is we depend on mainstream culture, even folks who know better.
Right.
Because of the fact that all the artists we're naming, we all should be bumping their shit. But it's like, we've been blessed to be on the road with a lot of these brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? But as far as mainstream, or as far as even in the quote unquote conscious community, people don't know who the fuck they are.
So
Right.
let me switch gears a little bit on that note, because even as we talk about hip hop has been a male-dominated industry. We're gonna get into a little bit about some of the greatest female rappers, but you know we have 4 or 5 dudes,
Women
7
rappers,
dudes.
brother, not female rappers.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate that from you, brother. Must got a text from his mom. We can tell him. Sit up straight, you know. So we get like, you know, a lot of the famous and well-known and male-dominated industry, and I don't think there's even a doubt that hip hop has been male-dominated and has been at times, and maybe all the time, has been what we call patriarchal, right? And it's definitely portrayed women in a certain light. Women themselves have followed and portrayed themselves in a certain light, following the, sort of the male lead of like how, like, you know, how a sister is
that
supposed to act or
corporation
whatever like
influence.
that. Yeah.
You know, that's that
So
corporation
you're saying that that's on the corp. I mean, that means something for the
Hold on,
corporation, but that
you-
also may be, one second, but
What
that also
part?
may be some street shit too, right? I mean, that's not
Well,
all
well,
corporate
when-
stuff.
when
that comes
it-
into our own issues as a community that we got to
Right.
deal with.
I think, but yeah, it's ours. It's not exploited. You know what I'm saying? White people go through the same shit, but you don't hear in white music. There's nothing about coochie popping. You know what I'm saying? There's no murder scene in white music nowhere. Taylor Swift don't sing about that shit. What's her name?
I would
Miley
say-
Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
I wouldn't say white music. I would say certain genres. Because you listen to fucking heavy metal, rock and roll, that hardcore.
But
death
that's
metal
not
and shit.
mainstream music, though.
Well,
you know what I'm
I mean,
saying? That would be like
pop.
underground.
And,
You know what I'm saying?
let's be honest, hip hop killed all of that shit. You know
Killed
what I'm
what?
saying? Hip hop killed rock and roll. You ain't seen rock and roll since '84. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop killed a lot of these genres. Do you hear rock and roll on the on the radio right now? Like
Yeah,
really?
you listen to rock music.
Classic rock.
Turn to the station, right?
Classic.
You know rock bands going on right now.
You
They
can hear it
be
on-
making a comeback.
You can hear it on
But they
Hot
took an L.
Yeah,
But
it's
you're
really
saying-
pop music now.
Yeah.
But y'all saying, but you know, to get on track a little bit. So you're saying though, you think a lot of that stuff, that energy of like sort of patriarchy, gangster rap, again, you think corporations help bring that to the
About
top,
it.
right?
Let's think about it. So we got a song called "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks," and we spent 25 years of calling our women bitches, hoes, sluts, and all this shit. 25 years later, what's popping? Bitching and hoeing and slutting. So it had a profound effect on everything. It's even to the point where we damaged our women so much that the younger generation of women in their 30s, they hate black men. Because for the simple fact their fathers was never around. And in the music, can you imagine just listening to this music for 30 years telling you you's a hoe and it ain't no fun until my homies have some? And then we looking at what's going on now with our young sisters and this promiscuity and the for lack of a better word, same-sex situations. Like black women this shit is out of control right now.
So what about the idea that women are taking control of their bodies, their music, even the commercialization and the sensationalism of not only just like hip hop, but anything sort of like that has traditionally been thought of as exploitive to like women's
Right,
bodies.
right.
But now they're saying, you know, what's important is if we're going to be nude, we're the ones making the decision about whatever,
own
taking our
accord.
clothes, shaking
Who is
that,
the
and we're going to
balance
be
in it?
making and we're going to be making the money for it. Let me just hear about.
Well, yeah, and I would definitely say that part of it is female empowerment. You know, with the feminist movement, women empowerment, but part of it also is conditioning. You know, but because at the end of the day, just like when the whole thing came out, you know, with Cardi B and Meg with the whole WAP thing, on one hand, you have people saying, you know, well, here we go again with the images, and then you said, I have the other sisters saying, no, they choose to do this and they're getting paid well to do that. So it's a balance type of thing, but my thing is that those situations, they don't end up in a win for black women for the most part.
And what I was
You know what I'm
saying
saying?
is this.
So we have to be careful of where we draw that line to the women empowerment, to the women exploiting themselves, because you can exploit yourself as well.
Let's
You know
be
what I'm
real
saying?
about this. Rappers do not choose any music that hits their airwaves. They have no
Facts.
control of none of that.
But they do
Facts.
control what they sing about.
No,
what they
do
rap
not.
about.
They have.
They're not writing their lyrics.
If they're not
writing their lyrics?
and they can write whatever they want to write when they submit it, and if it's not to the,
You don't think there's no hip hop artist
I'm
who
not
got
saying
control
they're not writing their lyrics.
over what
Listen
gets
I'm
put
saying.
on the album?
Listen what I'm saying.
What you saying?
If they're not, if they can write what they want to write,
Yeah.
if they take it to the executives choose what they want off of this. And if it's not in the lane that they want, they're going to shelf it or tell them, hey, we can't market that. We don't have a market for that. Do something else. We need something that sounds like this. Can you make something that sounds like, so it's very suggestive.
Yeah,
And
I respect
Wait, no,
that.
wait, hold that. We gotta take a break. We're gonna come back. And remember, this is five dudes talking about sisters in hip hop, so y'all give us a break because we try hard. We'll be right back. Renegade Culture.
Word.
Yeah, Rhyming just for the sake of rhyming. Making deals with bills, I gotta face the timing. But I'm ill with skills, a nigga patient minded. The beat killed and drilled, I gotta face the violence. It's flu season, these niggas hating for 2 reasons. Other rappers are salty, a nigga too seasoned. Other average and faulty, I'm just a cool deacon. I'm too great with a new tape like dude wait. I'm like Biggie, I'm hoping to never lose faith. And Mike Bibby the mind, I gotta shoot straight. And most likely supreme leader, a new age. Niggas shooting machine heaters and tools blaze. Gang full of the fiends, divas and blue haze. Niggas listen to music like damn this dude's great. A small mixture of dark liquor and Lupe.
Renegade culture.
We back.
It's a real hard body show today. When we found out we was having these 2 gentlemen on, we thought for sure we was gonna be
Like I was, there's a lot of jokes before the cameras came on.
I know.
And then we settled into some real deep conversation. How the fuck did that happen? I don't know.
So like we got Russell Simmons and goddamn
like
Rick Rubin over here.
Goddamn liquor war.
I'll be Rick.
Anyway,
I'll be Rick.
You'll be ready.
Speaking of Russell Simmons and patriarchy, we was talking behind the scenes about this cat, Tory Lane, whatever the fuck's his name.
Tory the Lane.
Tory the Lane, man.
Tory the Lane. That's a good
That's a
name.
good name.
So we was talking about this bitch right here, allegedly shot the sister Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. There was a lot of hype around it. Some people say that he shot it to the ground and the ricochet and all that type shit. I don't give a fuck if he shot in the air. Anything threatening, anything involving a weapon, especially firing a weapon at a sister, is some irresponsible shit. And folks are talking about, should we cancel him? Me personally, I'm gonna set it off and say he need his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? A cat like me, I'm gonna say this publicly on the fucking air. You get caught around my motherfucking way, I'll punch you right in your fucking face and drag you up and down the street. Now shoot that motherfucker. That's how I feel personally. And I don't even like Megan Thee Stallion. It's in regards to principle.
Right.
Yeah.
But it speaks to the bigger issue around, again, not this sort of unequal treatment in hip hop, like how dudes can get away with that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
And still be popular, or still be hood, or still be street, and still get respect. Right, and she's the one out there trying to defend herself, her reputation.
Yeah.
She's the one talking about how she didn't go to the cops, right? Because she was scared of the cops trying to protect his ass on this kind of thing, right? So it's all, and again, we talked a little bit about it in the break. Some of this shit is about how it bleeds over into our own community and violence against women in our community, and how we got this sort of little scaredness around talking about it, addressing it, particularly black men, because like the idea for black men is that we don't want to be demonized, but we get scared to talk about real shit that we perpetrate sometimes in our community, because we can't find that balance of like, how do we get the help, support that we need to make sure we're not doing crazy, stupid, violent shit, hurting our own folks in our community, right?
Right. That shit was crazy though. To me, it wasn't a big enough, I don't know about canceling and all that, but I definitely agree with Kalonji that we as black men, it should be a type of thing where not only is he canceled, but he's fucking stomped out canceled, because that's just foul. And at some point, we have to draw those lines, because right now, black women are not feeling protected. They're feeling, and even when the shit initially happened, and for Megan, they have tried to defend herself, and some people saying it was fake, and all different type of stuff. It does lead to the larger issue of black women just not feeling protected. So for him, the very least he should be canceled. Like, nobody should be checking for dude. Now, I heard he tried to make an apology, said he was drunk or whatever the case is. But even in that, man, we've let things go way too far in the treatment of black women, in my opinion, in the mainstream.
So he's saying that he was drunk, so he fired the weapon. So that makes you more of a bitch.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
See, I thought you was a bitch at first, Tory the Lane, whatever the fuck your name is. I really thought you was a bitch at first. But now my man's saying that you were drunk. You was drunk. So that means that you, any motherfucker that has a weapon and brandish it when he's drunk is an irresponsible motherfucker.
Foolish, straight
You know what I'm saying?
foolish, no
Straight
doubt.
foolish, because of the fact that that same bullet could have ricocheted and hit anyone. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is, part of this thing, I don't understand. I'm from back in the day, like most of us here. and I don't understand the whole cancel culture shit because of the fact that where I'm from, either you fuck with somebody or you don't. I ain't fuck with them from the gate, so ain't nothing to cancel.
Right.
But I am down with the whole stomp out shit. Motherfuckers definitely need to get mashed the fuck out. Another motherfucker is Joe Budden bitch. I heard he was beating women's ass all up and down. You know, they coming all out the woodworks and shit as well.
And I would take it back to the corporational interference and imagery that's been pushed for the last. You got to imagine, okay? You got children.
Right. Hold on. Right. I'm not buying no. You shot at a woman costing no motherfucking corporation.
Listen to me. No, it's not about the corporation. It's about the conditioning. Okay, there's been a conditioning.
But that's white supremacy. That's not just the record label.
But it is a result. You got to understand these boys been brought up on gangster rap music. They got a conditioning.
That's not all they've been brought up to.
Listen to me though.
Nah, that's not all.
To me,
Let
brother.
him give him a couple of seconds to speak his
when
piece.
all you hearing is kill these niggas.
That's not
fuck
all you
these
hearing,
girls,
though.
It is.
Come on,
Bro,
man.
we talking about from 94 to right now, it's all been gangster fucking rap.
No, bro,
Yeah,
that's not. Come on, man. That's
Am I
not
missing
facts.
something
Yeah,
here?
you
Yeah,
are missing
yeah,
something.
Common,
It's a little
You
Drake.
definitely missing
Drake.
something, right?
There's a little Drake
You
in
definitely
there,
missing
too.
something,
You got
right?
Common,
You
even-
got
even-
Mos Def,
but even if it ain't-
Come on,
even if it
man.
ain't
I'm
all
talking
the
about
music.
mainstream artistry.
Common is mainstream. Most
Common-
Def is mainstream.
Well, put it like this: even if it ain't all music, there's a conditioning.
there's a
I think we all
Surely,
agree
surely.
Look
in
at
our
the whole
community
pimp culture.
about
You know what I'm saying? So
Sure
it's
is.
like these brothers they come up with no father figures, and they don't have a diagram on how to be men. They're not men.
But some of these motherfuckers come from two-parent households.
Right. And also, though,
And they imitating that street shit because they think that's what's real.
And that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. That's
Exactly.
exactly what I'm saying. The
But see-
conditioning
but
of
see-
the street shit and
but see,
not
part of-
having
but-
any type of respect
man.
for black women, brother.
Yeah, but let my man go.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
But see, part of that whole thing comes to be with personal responsibility as well. Because if what you were saying was true, then the numbers would be outrageous
Right.
with the violence. Because
The
everybody's
numbers
hearing it.
are outrageous.
Not
It ain't
really.
just these
Again,
artists. We talking about artists, but on the streets, the numbers are outrageous.
But
this is
again-
what black women are talking about.
But
Period.
black women are talking about that. But I'm saying it's just not because of the conditioning, because of rap music. I would go with Kalonji saying, when you talk about white supremacy being the underlining
What do you
reason
think
for
the
all that
conditioning
shit.
is all about?
I mean, but you
But it's
can
less about. I mean, at this stage, y'all are arguing the same cause.
Exactly,
Y'all maybe
yeah.
use some
Pretty
different
much.
words for it.
but before hip hop became mainstream, let's not act like dudes
there was
were
violence
caught-
in our community.
Right, and
Right,
let's not act
exactly,
like there wasn't pimp and whole movies out there.
Exactly,
Don't act
right,
like
yeah.
black exploitation. Let's not act like the music then wasn't talking about hoes and all that type stuff.
Right.
So
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
We're talking about a conditioning. We're talking about 30 years. Of
I understand that,
conditioning.
but we still
That boy only 26.
we talk about 300
Yeah,
years
we
of
still-
conditioning
we still-
in
And-
that respect.
But
We
you
right?
still
can't even
have
say 30 years,
responsibility.
man. 30 years was 1990. If you look at all the albums that came out in 1990, we're not talking about a real shift in the culture until about 96 when the laws changed with the FCC and the whole
The
bad
shift
boy
in the
era.
culture was 92. We just said that.
No.
We just said that.
That's when they first started trying to make it that way. But I'm saying, even in that same time, it was still a balance. Like if you look at 92, 93, 94, there was
That
still
the
a
last
balance.
era of balance. So we
Okay,
gonna say
again.
95, 96 was when the tilt came.
But,
and from
yeah,
96
there
to
was a
now, that's
tilt.
25 years.
But again,
But-
let me jump in because this. I mean, we talking about hip hop culture.
Correct.
But our culture as a people goes back, because you was hitting on way before that,
Exactly.
and the type of violence that our people were suffering from, not only from white supremacy, but the racial violence, whether or not that includes some street crimes, fighting, women being abused or hurt or hit, that kind of shit.
Secondary predators.
That stuff that's been happening in our community. Hip hop can't get blamed for that, but it certainly amplified the sort of like street culture and knowledge of like, this is how you can act and get away with it and still be respected, and that's
Right.
how real man is and all that kind of shit.
But
right?
see, at that same time, hip hop culture has always pushed against that narrative. You talk about mainstream rap music again. You see what I'm saying? Because there's always been the Dead Prez, the Most Defs. You know what I'm saying? There's always been the Talib. You know,
But you guys make a clear divide. The larger
always,
black population,
which is
the
why,
larger people don't know
which is why that's
this
when,
larger
that's when,
divide
that's
of like
why,
what's hip hop versus
that's why
rap
Rob's
or that
point.
kind of thing.
That's why Rob's point makes a lot of sense because the conditioning is real. I'm just saying, let's not give them more power than they really have, is what I'm saying. It's like the conditioning is part of it, but also, as we talked about earlier, it's our appetite for the slackness. Yeah. It's our appetite for the bullshit. It's our appetite for not operating in some type of dignity and integrity because he getting that money, she getting that money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't just in rap music. That was happening in corporate. That was happening. That was happening all over.
And we were listening to the same shit.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we talk about this shit like the youth were listening to it, and it was just it. We was bumping Biggie.
No doubt.
Pac was saying some misogynistic shit.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? The Ghetto Boys, Wu-Tang. I mean, I listen to some of the shit,
right.
and they supposed to be fucking conscious.
Right.
And some of the shit they talking about, they always talk about bitches and hoes and shit.
But I mean, if we're gonna get serious, Movado has always been a part of hip hop.
Sure.
As well, you know what I'm saying? The Movado, bravado, you know what I'm saying? And just the ego.
Yeah. Right,
and
sure.
that's really, our ego were jacked to a whole nother stratosphere between, and when I'm talking about the corporation and the conditioning.
Right.
They took the male ego and, what we call it, hypermasculinity.
Hypermasculinity,
to the moon.
Oh yeah.
And now it got so out of hand that the only way they were able to basically calm it down was to go to the polar opposite, which is hyper feminine. And this is what we're seeing now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, brother, I'm not saying nobody has it. I've been doing a lot of research.
We about to.
I've been doing a lot of research.
We're gonna slow your roll right now. No. We're gonna slow your roll right now because wait a minute. We only got a little bit of time. Hold on your research.
Okay.
Because we got a little bit of time left in our segment. And we promised the people we're gonna do some top five sisters, top five women, hip hop artists that we love, that we care about, that we adore of all time. So my man Server said he walked in the door with a top five. He already got a top five.
Okay.
I want to start off. Who your top five, son?
My top five: MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Jean Grey, Cyrock, Star.
Yeah, you went off the table.
Come on now.
Okay.
Come on now. Come on now.
You said some non-mainstream shit right there. Just
Again,
he's trying to show how deep in the
talking
culture
about hip-hop.
he is.
We talking about
so
hip-hop.
So you're gonna do some
We
non-mainstream
talking about
shit.
hip-hop. Who's not mainstream on there? Besides Star, the only one you might not know.
Even Jean Grey is not even that mainstream.
Jean Grey, okay.
Come on now, son. Come on. You gotta dig in some crates.
Missy Elliott,
I'm not saying she's not.
Come on, man. Come on now.
She was gonna be in my top five as well.
I'm gonna get my top five real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my real
Who's your top five? Salt and Pepper.
Vanessa Sinquist.
Y'all done?
Y'all
done?
We done.
MC Lyte. MC Lyte.
257.
MC Lyte.
Okay.
Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Lil' Kim.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Cardi, but number one is Lauryn Hill. Because you didn't mention Lauryn Hill.
Right.
Lauryn had one album. Lauryn is overrated. We love the one
album.
album.
Get the fuck off the show. Get off the show, B.
She had one album,
Wait,
bro.
all that work with the Fugees?
She had one album 22 years ago.
Ain't the Fugees without her.
Trundy, but
And she had the Unplugged album.
That's all you gotta say.
But again, if we're talking about the work.
I'm sorry, it's somebody else's turn.
Trundy.
It's somebody's turn.
Somebody else's turn.
I let Rob love Rob.
Underrated.
I would say Queen Latifah, of course.
Of course, I know about of course, but go ahead.
Well, yes, I mean, because she held that situation.
Foundation.
You know,
And she still got fire.
Seriously repping a lot, you know what I'm saying? I don't even like her like that, but she was, she was repping a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Bahamadia, man. You know what I'm saying? Bahamadia to me was like the Rakim of
Guru
women
shit.
MCs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's some serious praise.
Definitely Jean Grey. I did say Jean Grey. I like Jean Grey. I like Rhapsody, yo.
That's
Rhapsody.
top five.
That was my sixth, yeah.
I don't,
gonna take a drink on
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I think I give Rhapsody some flow. She can definitely hang with a lot of people. I would take Rhapsody over Lauryn Hill because Rhapsody
leave?
is a
Yeah.
Can you leave again?
she's a rapper. She's an MC. Lauryn is multifaceted. She came in the game
I don't understand.
on
I
a
don't
singing. That's what
understand.
Lauren got her
Give me
situation.
one more. Give me
Who
one more.
invited these people?
One more.
Give me one more.
I'm gonna say Cyrock, man.
Goodbye. All right.
Come on.
All right.
No.
Sup,
You wanna
Rock?
go? You wanna go?
I go,
You go.
I
What's your
go.
top 5?
Sup, Rock?
Yo, so I'm gonna go with. We're gonna start with Lauryn Hill. We're gonna go with MC Lyte. We're gonna go with Queen Latifah. We're gonna go with Rhapsody, and then we're gonna go with Nicki Minaj because she can spit.
Nikki.
Don't
Oh,
sleep-
you're
don't
right.
sleep.
You're right.
Nikki
You're
can
right. You're
spit.
right.
She
You're
can
right.
spit
All
when
right.
she wants to. She can. That's
You're right.
cool.
You're right.
Okay, Kalonji.
Right,
It's pretty deep. I'm gonna take it back.
Oh boy.
Roxanne Shante.
Ooh. Boop.
Top 5?
Goddamn right. Fuck she is.
Yeah, you gotta give her that.
What's wrong with you?
I give
You
her.
ain't got
I give
it,
her a
man.
pioneer.
Yeah,
She a
you get a
pioneer.
She get a pioneer.
She a pioneer in the game.
The girl was 14 years old, and she's bringing the
freestyle.
heat. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Freestyling. A
That's
lot was
true.
freestyle.
Roxanne Shante, get well, Bismarcky. Roxanne
Yeah, get well,
Shante,
Biz.
MC Lyte, Lauren.
Look at you.
I would say.
Who?
Oh, he's stuck.
You on camera?
Look at him.
It's so many dope MCs, man.
Name a fifth already.
Come on, man. Give us 2 more, bro.
I'm not even gonna put Latifah up there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what you gonna put up there?
But I would say I'll throw Kim up there, Lil Kim.
Okay.
Of course.
And how many is that?
That's 4.
Four.
Give me one more.
Let me see number 5.
Give me one more.
That's gonna be a hard one.
Give me one more.
I'm just gonna throw out there that 2 of the female sisters was from Jersey. Continue.
Jersey,
I'm gonna say Boog Brown.
Boog Brown. Yo,
Kamau's like, what the?
I'm gonna say Boog because I think Boog is dope and she's underrated.
Boog is dope.
How many albums?
Boog
I
is
feel bad
crazy.
that I didn't even say Bug.
She
You
got
know what I'm saying?
That's your
bad
people
about
too.
I don't feel bad about it.
Shout out to
You
Bug.
see
I don't feel
it,
bad
man.
about it.
Shout out
Top
to
5
Bug.
of all time.
You know what I'm saying?
And I would say runner-ups would be
Oh, we ain't asked for running off.
Star-
You barely got
Yeah,
5.
man.
I know you better got 5 out.
You barely got your 5. Now you trying to do runner up.
Now you're trying to show
Let me
you no
just say
range.
this. Let me just say this for the record.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I love Lauryn Hill.
But
She hasn't made a record since 2000.
she don't need to.
Facts.
She sealed it. She sealed
Classic
the
is
deal.
classic.
She sealed the
Well,
deal.
again,
So
if
we
you-
talk about top
She
5
changed
artists.
culture.
She did. She
Wait.
The whole
Is
game.
She really
Is
did.
this the same cat
She
that was
did.
talking about LL? We was talking about the top 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
Whoa,
And you
whoa,
got
whoa.
the
I was
audacity.
down with LL too now.
Come on now. See,
Loser.
Rock these bells. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
Never.
man.
Good.
Yo,
Yeah.
we about to get out of here, but we gonna come back with a special guest that's gonna rock the microphone. We got our man Jay Woods in the
It
building.
was good to bring that fire to y'all. Get ready, yo.
Jay.
So before our guests get out of here, please let us know how we can contact
How can they
y'all.
get in touch
and
with
get
you,
some
bro?
of these dope shirts too.
Yeah, how can I get these dope shirts?
Contacts is IG, Guerrilla Republic 1794, guerrillarepublic.org, and houseofguerrillarepublic.store. That's where you can find all the shirts. My IG is Psalms 82 verse 6. This is Rob Love. Y'all check us out, man. We global. We're a global enterprise as far as keeping the culture and the preservation of hip hop steady.
And all that research you was talking about, you can find that on there. Minister Server, how can they find you?
Minister Server, everything on IG, email, Minister Server. Check me out everywhere, yo.
Yo, all right, thank y'all. Yo, so we didn't big this up real quick.
How the fuck can they find us?
That's
Renegade
how we
Coach.
go. That's right. RenegadeCoaching.org.
Oh, slow ass boy.
SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Playback TV.
Playback TV. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Check out Playback TV.
Playback,
they
yo.
got a lot of dope stuff on Playback TV, y'all.
Yeah,
for real.
most
for
of
real.
it's
As a
Renegade
matter of
Coaching.
fact, we got
That's
some
dope
shirts
stuff.
coming for Playback TV.
Oh,
Up Spirit
damn.
1794.
All right,
Talking
Renegade
about.
Coaching, y'all. We out.
Black Eye.
All right, this is Hip Hop Stories with Minister Server. Server, could you please let us know how you wound up DJing for KRS-One?
Who said I DJ for KRS-One? The fuck you talking about, Naka? No, I'm just kidding. Yo, for those that don't know, I started off as MC Dave T. Then I became DJ Server. So when I was on the road with KRS, I really was just there to be his minister. But when he found out I had skills, of course he wanted to utilize them. So we on our way, this is 2003, we're on our way up to Queens to do an event. Chubb Rock is headlining. This is when Sean Paul just came out, and he couldn't get in touch with his DJ. So he turns around in the car, he's like, yo, Server, I can't get with Priest. You might need to DJ today. I was like, yo, I was DJ Server in college. What you need? So we went up there, we rocked the show. Then the next tour, I was the DJ. So I'm just saying, the way that it goes, when your skills are tight, you're going to be able to rock the mic or the turntables. You know what I mean? And understand what it is. When I was in that same line of the other DJs, Scott LaRock, Kid Capri, D Nice, add Minister Server to that list. You know what I mean?
What's happening, Renegade Culture? We back again.
You know what I'm saying? We sitting here with a special guest.
Okay.
Our man Jay Woods, MC in the house.
Musical guest.
What's going on? What's going on?
How you doing, brother, man? You good?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing fine. How about yourselves?
Man,
doing
we trying to be
good.
as cool as you, man.
You know what I'm saying? I like them colors. Where you from?
Oh, appreciate it. I'm from South Florida, Fort Lauderdale,
Okay.
You
okay.
represent it?
954.
Okay. A lot of Florida up in the house tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How you
Yes,
get
sir.
to what brought you to Atlanta? You live here now or?
Oh, yes, I live here now. I just love Atlanta. I love the city. I love the people.
Okay.
I love the black excellence I see when I'm out here. So,
I appreciate. Thank you.
oh yeah.
You're welcome for the
definitely.
excellence.
Yeah, definitely want to talk about you. But I mean, you doing it large, man. You on Renegade Culture and shit. It's an honor for us to be on Renegade Culture. So I know that it's true.
Oh, to God be the glory.
Okay. Okay.
right,
I said, God, brother, he went with it. Then he said, "The
Hey, he
God be
just
the
said it,
glory."
you know what I'm saying?
You ain't into never mind. But anyway, oh, you got the minister over
Yeah,
here.
minister.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, yeah. So I'm a hip hop artist.
Okay.
I go by the name of Jay Woods. You can follow me on IG at JWoods954. I'm more so like I'm big on lyricism and just I try to connect with the soul. When I make music, I don't really follow no other type of guides or blueprints. I just kind of just listen to the music and just see what happens.
You got a top 5, 2 or 3 when it comes to female
was gonna
MCs,
ask
women
about that.
MCs?
Oh, top 5 female MCs.
You give me 2 or 3, whatever your top 2 or 3 are.
Okay, I have to say, I'll have to say, Lil Kim, of course.
Okay.
Okay,
You can still stay.
I'll say Nicki Minaj. I agree. She do be spitting.
All right, we're going to go with Nicki and we're going to go with
Oh,
Kim.
you gonna cut that off?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn. No.
Yeah.
Yo, we got a quick bold question for you though.
This is
All right,
couple
so
man
what
off.
we do is a bold question every week, almost every week now. My man Naka does a question. We ask our special musical guests to pick a bold question. Pick the white one. That's not even fuck around. This white one right there. And then you're gonna ask the question out loud. You're gonna say if you can read his handwriting, and then we're gonna want your answer from it. You know what I'm saying? Little thing we do.
He's about to say Gangsta Boo was his number 3.
Trina.
Yeah, you got to get some love to Florida, Trina.
Trina.
Okay. He didn't say nothing about
Oh,
that.
look, he squished his eyes up. He's like, I can't read that
If
shit.
aliens came to this planet and
Jesus.
asked for an album to represent your people, what would you give them?
First, can I apologize for the question? I didn't know
aliens
I didn't know it was gonna be that bad. First of all.
Wait, hold on, pause. Did the man say if aliens
alien.
came to this?
Because that's what the fuck they want, right? They want your album and shit like that.
They're like, yo,
They come in from
before
like,
you
you
say,
know,
Nanu,
light years away.
Mork from Ork.
Share your music with us. You know what I'm saying? What
Fuck,
the fuck?
give him vanilla ice, motherfucker.
Morris
Like,
Brown. Okay, what's your answer to
To
that?
represent our people, I'll have to get that to
2 Live Crew.
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, that's a
Okay.
good one. That's
There's
a
a
good
different type of pimp. Not the pimp my man Rob Love was talking about over there.
True,
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Pimp a butterfly.
If I answer that question real quick,
Yeah,
since
it's
we've been
good.
talking about it,
That was good. That was
Miseducation
good.
of Lauryn Hill, B.
Okay.
Bam. Let's give him
Okay.
that. Know what I'm saying?
All right.
What you gonna give him?
Well, shit, if I'm going to give them something, and they was aliens, what planet they from?
Nigga, just answer the
matters.
question. What's wrong with you, man? You gonna drag that out?
Planets matter. I think if I was going to give our people, give a fucking alien a goddamn joint that represents our people, I'd say the new Conway, motherfucker. Yeah. What up?
word.
Book.
Oh, you heard it here first,
I don't
yo.
know about that.
So, yo, we gonna be right back. My man
y'all,
Jay.
y'all don't give a fuck about what I think, huh?
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
Oh, you
sorry.
had an answer. It was your question. What's
We
your
thought
answer?
you was the alien, motherfucker.
True.
Yo,
Menudo.
I would give them sex and violence.
By
KRS-One.
Menudo?
By who?
Carrots One,
Alright.
Sex
Oh,
and
yeah.
Violence.
Alright,
It had
that's
a
right.
lot of different things on it.
No,
right.
yeah, 13 and good, you no good.
Oh, shit. Yo, so we gonna be right back, yo, with my man Jay Woods. He's gonna be spitting on the mic. Renegade Culture, we out.
Blah.
They say I'm a rookie, but I walk just like a vet. It's my first time here, but they ask me for directions. I tell them keep the faith, cause I don't know which way to go. They see the look that's in my face and think that I've been here before. Whoever said this shit is easy, I'm here to tell you that it's false. You gotta rub them sticks and stones together till you get a spark. I'm speeding like I can see, but I'm driving through the dark. For when they try to cut me off, I'm a bounce back as a boss, yeah. I talk boss talk, you may not understand me. And if you ain't talking boss, then me no comprehending. You can call me sickening, but I can't afford nothing different. And I can't comprehend L's, bitch, I'm ignorant. Attitude, music, and the dealer shit, I'll admit it. Windows crack with the speakers bleeding when I'm through the city. I'm going out in denial, cause I would not be defeated. Belief so powerful that all you can do is feed it. Something's wrong with me, I always react the opposite. Cause I get more problems and it makes me get more confidence. Police out here shooting, so there's consequences in the movement. Gotta move like water, make the wrong move and you get deluded. It can be your choice, you want Superman or Lex Luthor. Kids sound like you gon' need some tools and bitch, I'm the ruler. Measure up to that Woods guy, well you can try. But you probably have better luck reheating French fries. I refuse to lose, bitch, I'm on my Dolomite. I just need one shot like a golden gun on GoldenEye. I need advice, but ain't nobody got the skill. You say you can't be finessed, but you reading Napoleon Hill. Shout out to Renegade Culture. Come here to get your truth. So, shout out to Jai. Woods.